What's up, everybody? I'm Aaron Seipel, Sports Information Director. Welcome back to The Nest. Here, giving you highlights from last week and giving you a little preview of what's to come in Eagle Athletics. So with all that, let's get right into it. La Sierra taking on Embry-Riddle volleyball on Friday afternoon. Aaron Clark would have a monster match, getting a career-high 25 kills against the Golden Eagles. Here's her last one. Eagles would win in 4 sets. Cal State Maritime and Embry-Riddle women's soccer. Embry-Riddle would win 11-0. Here's Sierra Vicente from inside the 6-yard box off the Ali Lier corner. She leads the Eagles with 9 goals. Men's soccer taking on Cal State Maritime. Here you'll see a beautiful bike from Ethan Carlson. Bit of a blowout as the Eagles would win 12-0. Carlson would get a hat trick in the match. Men's and women's cross country at the UCR Highlander in Riverside. The women would finish 8th of 23. Ariana Anderson, once again breaking school records left and right, would run the fastest 6K in Embry-Riddle history at a 20:36. The men on the other side would finish 7th of 21 programs. Grady Kirst breaking a school record, being the first Eagle to run a sub-25 8K. He'd finish 17th with 24:47 on the clock. Embry-Riddle volleyball on Saturday. It would take it to Marymount. Elisa Pauser with the kill there. All 3 of the Eagles' main attackers would have 10-plus kills and would be their 45th consecutive CalPAC victory. Women's soccer on Sunday, taking on Sierra Nevada. It'd be another blowout for the Eagles. Maddie Mack would score 2 goals. Embry-Riddle wins 5-0. Another blowout. Men's soccer taking on Sierra Nevada. You'll see a beautiful cross and flick by Jacob Baker to Alex Reiner, who volleys it inside the net. Eagles win 7-0. That does it for last week's highlights. Let's give you a little preview of what's to come in Eagle Athletics this weekend. If you're around Thursday, come on out to Activity Center as women's basketball will play against Arizona Western in a scrimmage at 5 p.m. 7 p.m. in Reading, volleyball will take place in a match against the Red Hawks. Friday will be a busy one as Embry-Riddle invades Pacific Union. Men's soccer taking on the Pioneers at 12 and volleyball taking them on at 2. Saturday, if you're able, come on out to the exhibition between Park University and women's soccer at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. in Merced, we'll see the Bobcats taking on Embry-Riddle volleyball. Monday, men's basketball in action as they take on Northern Arizona in Flagstaff at 6:30 p.m. That does it for the preview for this week. We caught up with Eric Fundalevich, head coach of men's basketball, to give us a little preview of what he expects from the team this year. He kind of talks to me about what your expectations are for this season.
You know, I think anything shy of getting to the national tournament is going to be a disappointment for the guys, because I think that's our ultimate goal, is to get back there after being to the conference tournament, going to the championship game and barely losing that one. I think the guys really kind of had that taste, that hunger to get back to the tournament, and not just to get back there, but to win it and get to the national tournament and make some noise out there.
Yeah, so you talk about getting a little taste of success, right? Nick Johnson, Gilbert Ibarra, and Trace Edmeyer, seniors this year. You know, they've been quite successful. Nick, 1,000-point scorer. Gilbert's right behind him. Trace has been terrific. What do you think their expectations are?
I think it's the same thing. I think they really want to get to the national tournament. Every year that they've been here, we've improved. I mean, every year we've had the program, we've improved. But for them, that ultimate goal is getting to the national tournament. So when you have 3 guys that have the resumes that they do within the conference, at the university, within our team, I think that's their goal too, is to make sure that we get back to the championship game, that we have that success, that we feed off the success that we ended up having towards the end of last year.
Okay. What are your expectations for your freshman class? I mean, you brought in 4 or 5 guys, replacing, your senior class, your first senior class. What are your expectations for them, and as well as your coaching staff's expectations?
I think the expectations are the same for all of the guys. It's just a matter of how they all gel and how they fit together. As you see our team over the course of the years, it's a team. Not one guy is going to win it all for us. And so how do they all gel and how do they mesh together and how are we going to win games together, I think is the biggest key for us. And they've done a great job. I think our returners have done a fantastic job of really welcoming the freshmen and getting them in here and kind of helping them along and coaching them up. But at the same time, I think the freshmen have been very good about being open to all the changes, that they're not used to, and coming in and being a part of the team and doing things the way that we do things. So as far as expectations, we expect everyone to come in and play. We expect everyone, to give all their best effort. And at the end of the day, kind of leave it up to the coaches to make decisions on, who plays, who doesn't play. One night could be one way and another night could be another way. But, that's the benefit of having such a balanced team and having a deep team and having a team itself, is that you do rely on other guys and you don't have to worry about just one guy really carrying the load. You know that you've got 11 guys out there on the floor that are capable of being able to step up and help the team on any given night.
So last question, what do you guys need to do in order to get into the tournament?
I think we just need to continue to get better every day. Looking at our team right now, because of all of the help and because of the understanding, I feel like we're along pretty well. Obviously, still a ways to go, but making sure we keep taking steps forward and not having those setbacks or those step back. Throughout the course of the year, that's how we're going to continue to get better and be able to win the conference championship and be able to get to the national championship. Is just improving every single day, knowing that it's going to be a long season. It always is, and that early on, we're going to have our bumps and our bruises, but what we take from that and what we learn and continue to work on, as the season goes on and we get into conference, I think that's going to be the biggest key.
Awesome. Thanks, E.
Yep.
You heard it from the man himself. Coach Fondolevich is impressed with what he's seen from the new talent and expects a lot from his upperclassmen this season. So men's basketball will be fun to watch in Prescott. So that'll do it for this week's edition of The Nest. I'm Aaron Seipel, Sports Information Director. We'll see you next week. Peace.